Cody and I have never had a fight our whole life. I feel like the luckiest sister in the world. None of us are in proper school, so we always used to call it a Hollywood high school, I guess. Cody and I both grew up in that world.
What about your thoughts on Cody's Hollywood relationships? He's dated Kylie, Gigi, Miley.
Yeah, his lineup's pretty wild.
Do you have maybe a favourite?
Oh, man.
Do you think there were any that were sister-in-law material?
One more than the others.
Do you have any other wild Hollywood stories?
I've got so many. Kendall, Kylie, Justin and Jonas Brothers, One Direction. Leonardo DiCaprio at a party at Chris Brown's house in the hills once.
Insane.
I was so sort of deep in this toxic relationship that I had lost myself.
You were then sort of going into this party lifestyle.
Yes.
And
that's when it happened.
Yeah.
Basically, I was 2 millimeters away from being paralyzed from the neck down. And I just felt like I was spiraling, and then something like that happens and I'm like, whoa, okay. So that was the craziest part about it, for sure. I've cried enough tears to fill up the pool that I dove into at this point.
Could you maybe be doing something here locally, next Carl and Jackie O?
Yeah.
Welcome to The Debrief, Daily Mail's new showbiz video podcast. I'm your host, Savannah Young, and each week I'll be sitting down with some of the biggest names in entertainment, social media, and pop culture to unpack the headlines, the rumours, and the stories everyone is talking about. This week, we're joined by Alli Simpson. After moving to Hollywood at just 12 years old alongside her famous brother Cody, Alli quickly found herself in the inner circles of stars like Justin Bieber, Miley Cyrus, and the Kardashians. But behind the glamorous celebrity lifestyle lay a much darker reality. After a near-death experience at a house party forced her to confront her path, Alli opens up about the terrifying wake-up call that changed everything and how she's redefining her future. Well, Alli Simpson, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for coming on.
So happy to be here at The Debrief. I'm pumped.
How are you feeling?
So good.
Yeah?
So good. This setup's amazing. You look amazing.
You look amazing.
Thank you. I'm ready to debrief.
Is there any goss you're obsessing over at the moment?
I'm the least gossipy person in the world.
Jacob Elordi, Kendall Jenner
Hot.
are hitting it off.
Hot. Are they not the hottest couple of all time?
I think they are.
To me, that makes so much sense. I think Jacob's amazing. He's so talented. He's a Brisbane boy, but he's so tall. And Kendall also, I know her from my past as well. And she's the sweetest girl ever. For me, it just makes so much sense. So it's nice to see their relationship unfold.
So you know Kendall?
Yes, from back in the day. But from when one of Cody's first girlfriends when we first moved to LA was Kylie.
Yeah. What were they like?
Oh my gosh, the most beautiful family ever. They were so welcoming. We had some family Christmases with them, and they just, Chloe and Kim, everyone is just, I could not say a bad word about that family. They're so welcoming, they're so fun, they're so real and genuine. So it's, it's nice to see. I think the Jacob and Kendall thing is really cool.
I think
the hottest couple ever.
Literally the perfect couple.
Yeah.
Kendall's so different from the sisters.
Yeah.
And Jacob's got this alty kind of aura about him.
They almost have, I feel like Kendall and Jacob almost have the same style in a sense.
Yeah.
They just wear jeans and a tank top and a hat and a cool bag. It's very just nonchalant.
Yeah, well a new report has come out and it says that Kendall is very into the Aussie actor.
Okay.
And the Kardashian clan have welcomed him into their lives.
Nice.
Do you kind of see, are you that checks?
Yeah, checks out. Totally checks out. Because Kris is the best ever. So she would be because she was so welcoming to Cody, as the Australian boyfriend. They all go on about how much they love Australians and Australian accents and all this stuff. So they're a super welcoming family. So it totally checks out. I can see. Yeah. It's cute.
So you said you spent Christmas with the Kardashians?
Yeah. So back when Cody and Kylie were together, we spent a Christmas with them, and they obviously do Christmases to the extreme. The huge Christmas tree in the house.
Yes.
And it was so cool, because we were so young at the time, and, we rocked up with our car and, mum and dad, we were all there. Even my Nana was there, I think. My mum's mom, she was sitting next...
family thing.
Yeah, Nana was sitting next to Kim, and when she was in her pajamas, it was just... It was so cute, and, it was just nice, because, everyone was just sort of, sitting around, no makeup, they're just the most beautiful, normal family, but we always laugh, because when you pull up your car and then valet takes it away, and then when you leave, valet comes back, and Kris, being the absolute goat that she is, filled, like the boots were filled with presents.
Oh my God.
So like the car would come back and then the whole back of your car was just filled with like cooking, like makeup, perfume, like just a boot full of presents. Like Kris,
best family ever.
Kris is like Santa, basically. So that was the craziest part about it, for sure. But it was so nice.
And what about their New Year's? Did you ever go to one of their New Year's parties?
I never did any of their New Year's stuff,
No?
but Cody did. So I'm sure he has stories about that.
Does he have any? Do you remember anything?
I do, but that's his story to share.
Wild, crazy party.
Yes.
Actually, what about Coachella? Have you ever been to Coachella?
Yeah, multiple
Yeah?
times. Yeah, I think I did it 4 or 5 times. So fun.
What was your first year?
It was, I think it was 2015.
Oh, that would have been peak Coachella.
It was like
era.
peak. I feel like the years that I did Coachella were very like way better than they are now.
Yeah.
Like
the
you just-
nostalgia is so there.
so there. Like we went for the music, we like just danced and got up, you know, like just it's like we were just in it. Like it wasn't about the outfits and the influencer showcase that it is now, I guess. Yeah. And I went one year because I was dating a singer who had a song with Kygo, the DJ. So he was playing one year. So we went with them one year, which was so fun. And yeah, like I think I went 4 or so times and I just had the best experience ever. Loved it.
What was your most memorable year, if you remember? Because I know you've gone so many times.
It was when Gaga, Eminem, Beyonce, it was like a really, really, really good lineup. And I just went with my best friend Jasmine and like we went both weekends and it was just like some of the best nights of my life.
Oh, that's so nice.
Dead set. Yeah. So fun.
Did you ever like spot any influencers? And
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always. I remember like 'cause my best friend Jasmine and I were like huge Jonas Brothers fans growing up. So we're in like the VIP section and we're like, is that the Jonas Brothers over there? Like we've got like cigars, they're like partying, like this is so cool. Like let's go like hang out with them. But yeah, you see lots of people. But yeah, it kind of felt like we were in like an alternate universe. It was just like so much fun and so mind blowing.
So cool.
Yeah.
Who's your favourite Jonas brother?
Growing up, it was always Nick, like curly haired Nick.
Yeah.
Was like my crush growing up. But I think now it's probably Joe. I don't know. I think they're all great.
Mine was
great.
Kevin growing up, which was
Kevin's
such a random take.
But Kevin's awesome. I'm like, they're all great.
Everyone was always like, oh, Kevin. And I'm like, yeah, he's my favourite.
Kevin's cool. Yeah. Nah, they're all awesome. Yeah.
Nice.
I love their latest music.
Yeah,
like all their
they've
new stuff is so
completely
good.
turned it around.
It's so good. Yeah.
They're like a full famous family too. And then they
Yeah.
have their younger brother who's like behind the
Frankie.
scenes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember Frankie from when we were kids too, because it was almost like my younger brother Tom, you know, like you have your older siblings that are sort of in the limelight and then you're young and then you grow up and the gap closes and now
Yeah.
Frankie, like the gap's closing with them, which is really nice to see. And yeah, Frankie was always so sweet as well.
And he's hilarious on TikTok.
Hilarious. Yeah. I only saw his TikTok stuff like recently. I'm like, so good.
I love how he does the memes about being like the forgotten Jonas brother.
It's so good.
I did want to hear about Cody's surgery.
Oh, yes.
So he just had surgery on a damaged vocal cord.
Yeah.
When was that? Was that only last week?
It was like 2 days ago. Obviously after swimming, he went like full steam ahead back into music, has been working on his album, which is so incredible. And they had this whole plan for like the rest of the year for the album and performances and press tours and all this stuff. But he then found out that he'd hemorrhaged 2 vocal cords, which is obviously like super painful. And he had the surgery for it the other day. So now he has to basically be silent for like a long time because he can't speak at all. So he had that, and then poor thing, he was doing rehearsing for his music video, which just came out. He completely changed the video.
Is that the one where he's like got the clown makeup on?
Yeah, the mimes and the clown makeup, and he was initially supposed to be dancing in it, but when he was doing rehearsals and dancing, he dislocated his knee during it, so he had to change it all. So he basically couldn't walk and talk for a few weeks there. He's coming out the other side now. He's super positive. Like it's insane.
It's good.
Yeah.
But like out of action completely.
Totally. Yeah.
Wild. But so you also mentioned in an interview, I was going through like a whole bunch of your old interview videos.
Oh,
you were
really?
On like the 20.
Oh, God.
Like
I'm like,
2014.
what? Stop it.
On the 2014 Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards.
Oh, yes.
You were speaking with Hollywire.
Okay.
And she mentioned something about Cody, and then you made this really interesting comment that, you know, you and him...
Like the stuff that came out of my mouth when I was a kid, who
No,
knows?
it was actually really nice. You
Okay.
said that you and him both have your own careers.
Yep.
But you're still each other's biggest fans. So
Yeah.
does that still stand?
Yes, absolutely. Like even more so now, I think because we were brought into this world together and we found our love for music and entertainment at the same time, being the same age. I'm only 15 months younger than him. Like ever since the beginning, we've just been each other's biggest fans, and like he's always encouraged me. Like when I was too nervous to even sing in front of anyone, like when I was a kid, we would have like family barbecues, and if someone asked me to sing, I would just start crying because I'm like, I can't sing in front of anyone. So like Cody was the one that actually pushed me to even get into music in the first place, because he's like, we can record a song, and if you don't like it, we don't have to do anything with it. Like, let's just do it, have some fun. But if you like it, what's the worst that can happen? And my songs ended up doing like really, really well online, and it was nice because I just had him as like my best friend, my support during all of that. And ever since then, we've just been like, me and my two brothers, we're just like best friends and each other's biggest fans. And it's like anytime something exciting happens in either of our worlds, we're just like over the moon. So yeah, absolutely still stands.
And your songs did do really well.
Yeah.
I watched the music videos before. I was like, it was very, like 2013 Tumblr vibes, like with the pastels and like.
Yes. And I got all the Tumblr boys in my music videos. Like, yeah, that like early social media journey that just unfolded for my music career. It was wild, but so good. I love looking back on it now. I think it's so nice.
The songs were catchy.
Thanks.
I was like, and then the Notice Me music video was very like Taylor Swift.
Yes.
You Belong With Me kind of vibe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because that was like
window.
my favorite video. Like growing up, I remember buying the You Belong With Me music video on like my iPod Touch when I was a kid. So I feel like when I made Notice Me, it was like, this is my Taylor Swift moment. You know?
So nice.
Yeah.
That's so cute. Now back with you and Cody, and how Cody's always supported you with your career and has always kind of backed you.
Yep.
Was there ever a time where you two were kind of competitive? Like not even with sport?
Never. Like never, ever, ever. Like we always think it's so strange 'cause it's like siblings fight all the time.
Yeah.
And you'd think that to our extremes of our life and our career, you'd think it would be like competitive and whatnot, but like it's the opposite. And Cody and I have never had a fight our whole life. I'm like, the only fight we had was when like I'd steal like a hat from his wardrobe and then he'd be like, it looks better on you. You know, like, so we've never had a fight. We've never felt any sense of competitiveness. Like it's just, I feel like the luckiest sister in the world to have the two brothers that I do and that we have the relationship that we do, because it's just amazing. It's, yeah, perfect.
You have a younger brother.
We do.
Who's not so heavily into the spotlight as you and Cody.
Yeah.
Tom.
Yeah.
What does he do?
He's the best. Me and Cody always say, I'm like, he is the best Simpson. Like, Tom is like the salt of the earth human. Like, I do not know what I would do without him. He's 6 years younger than me. So it was kind of nice because it was just Cody and I growing up until we were like 6 and 7. And then Tom came along and it was just like the most beautiful addition to the family. And now that we've all sort of grown up, the gap, because the age gap was quite drastic, like when we were young, when we first moved to LA. But now that the gap's closed between Cody, Tom and I, it's so nice. Like the three of us are besties. But Tom's now living with Cody in LA. Okay. He just moved to LA with Cody. They got a house together and they're absolutely loving it. But Tom's he's like us. He's very creative. He went to school here on the Gold Coast and was like the lead in his drama, like plays at school. So, and then he moved to London for a few years and was doing like stage production and stage managing and lighting. And like, so he's completely in the same world as us, just like a little bit more behind the scenes. Yeah. But he loves both. So I'm so excited to see like where Tom wants to take his life, but he's so talented and so smart, and like anything he puts his mind to, like I know he'll absolutely smash out of the park. So like Cody and I always like see what Tom wants to do, but yeah, he's just incredible. He's like a superhuman.
That's such a multi-talented family.
Yeah. I don't know what was in the water that my parents were drinking. Who knows? But
I love how you're all so similar too.
We're so
You
similar.
share the same interests.
We're like the same people, the three of us. Like, I'm so grateful for my brothers. Yeah, my whole family's like still so close, but my mum and dad are not together anymore. They separated, but we're still, like the five of us can still go out for dinner and we still do family stuff together. And
That's really nice.
yeah, it's just like, it's perfect. It's just nice. Warms my heart.
Well, I was going to ask if it's easier or harder to have a famous brother while you're in the spotlight, but if you're not competitive and you're not like, you guys never...
I definitely wouldn't. If anything, it's easier because you're both in the same world. And like, that's what I always say is like, because Cody and I both grew up in that world together. And if we do struggle with things, you know, in the limelight or go through any kind of insecurity or any no's that you get in the industry, like we talk to each other about it. So like for me, I think it's easier.
In saying that as well, when you moved, you did get quite a career launch in Hollywood.
Yeah.
You worked with Radio Disney as a presenter. I mean, you've met so many celebrities and you've got so many celebrity friends. You got close to the boys from One Direction. I saw that video where they're like playing the games.
Yeah, that was my first interview. Like,
really?
Yeah, because when I moved to the States, I had no idea what I wanted to do, of course. Like we were just going with Cody with his music career, and we went into Radio Disney because he was getting interviewed for his music. And then the team at Radio Disney were like, what do you want to do, Alli? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like 15. I'm not sure. Like I'm just living my best life right now. And I was very, very bubbly as a child and talked a million miles an hour. So like, would you ever be interested in interviewing someone? And I was like, yeah, of course. Let's do it. And then they said, can you come in next Wednesday and interview One Direction? And I was 15. And I, of course, was like a huge fangirl at the time. I was like, absolutely, as if I'm going to say no to that. But I was nervous. But my main goal was like, how can I walk out of this dating one of them? Like that was that was my main goal because they were like younger at the time. I'm like, one of these guys is going to be my boyfriends at the end of this. So yeah, it was wild. So I did that, which was really cute. And then they asked me back to do Bieber the next day. And that was how my sort of interviewing journey began.
I would have been tired, like the following day, Bieber.
Yeah, I was thrown in the deep end, which I think was really great for me in that sense to just go in and without any fear and have fun with it. It was pretty wild.
Going all in. So what was it like interviewing the boys? I mean, like it would have been crazy, and they were just as young, so it's like everyone's so innocent.
Yeah.
What were they like? Actually, you know, who was your favourite?
Back then, it was always Harry. Like I feel like going into that, I was like, okay, I'm going to flirt with Harry. But as I got older and then met a few of them at different times in their life, like my favourite's Niall now. I think he's great. But they were all so fun, and like I'll never forget that day. Like it's just burned into my memory about, you know, and they were all just so polite and so fun, and it was really cool.
It's so funny how everyone's like tastes change. Like everyone was obsessed with Harry. I mean, everyone's still obsessed with Harry, but like
it's just like when you move through life and and you have like different types and you move through life and your types change and whatnot. But
and what about Liam? You know, how did you react when you found out about the news of his passing?
Oh, I mean, it's I guess the same as everyone else. It's like my heart just fell out of my chest. It's a horrible and heartbreaking story, and you feel for not only the rest of the boys but his whole family. And it's almost like when it first happened, it's like you don't even feel like it was real. You know, like it's when you hear devastating news like that, how can you even fathom something like that happening? So yeah, just absolutely devastated, and he got the most out of his life, you know, like from when he was young, like I feel like he just lived his life to the absolute fullest. So it's like, that's all you can really think about now, you know. It's like, it's hard. Yeah, I never really know what to say with that sort of stuff, but
it's always more heartbreaking when you actually know and have met that person.
Yeah.
Like it's different from...
I'd only ever met Liam that once when I was young. yeah, it feels surreal almost. Yeah.
When you were living in Hollywood, and I'm sure you said you met Justin Bieber. How old were you when you met him on Radio Disney, and how old would he have been?
Yeah, because I think I first met him when he came on my show. So I would have been actually 15. So yeah, he would have only been a few years older than me. And that was the first time I met him when he came into Radio Disney. And that was like, remember when he used to ride those like Segways around all the time? You know those things? So he came into Radio Disney on a Segway. And like with this whole posse, like the whole thing.
To be fair, they were really cool at the time.
So cool. It was like if you had a Segway, you were so cool. So he's like rolling in like through security, through his Segway. So yeah, meeting him he was so kind, and his whole team were amazing. And it was nice too because Cody and Justin were sort of growing up in that same world and same era and making this music at the same time. And that's when they started to like do tours together, because Cody opened for Justin here in Australia a few times. So that was sort of the beginning of like a really nice relationship between them two, and Justin and his whole team were just a dream to work with from the start. I mean, I was only a kid, so I was like, I just thought the whole thing was so much fun.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And I mean, everyone kind of growing up, I remember listening to Cody and thinking that he was discovered quite similarly to
It was
Justin.
the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was on YouTube, you know. My mum and I were like filming Cody on like the little flip cams, like growing up when he was singing the songs. And it was, not long after Justin got discovered on YouTube, Cody was discovered the same way. Yeah. And that was sort of the way of the world back then. And it was nice.
Who's the biggest celebrity you've met?
Ooh.
What would you say?
That's a hard question because I feel like I've almost met, like, because when you grow up in Hollywood and you're in that world, like I feel like I've met everyone in that sense. Like when you go to the same events and you go to the same parties, and maybe Leonardo DiCaprio at a party.
That's big. That's huge.
Yeah, I met him at a party at Chris Brown's house in the hills once.
Oh my God.
Yeah, when I was like a teenager at some after party. And
I mean, Hollywood's like actors, celebrity status, it's always evolving.
Yeah.
Leo's like always been A-list.
Yeah.
So that's just massive.
And he was so nice. And it was right after he filmed The Revenant. Yeah. So he was like huge beard, like the whole thing.
The scruffy look.
But it was so kind. He just had time for everyone.
Oh, that's so nice.
It's nice.
Do you have any other wild like Hollywood stories? You don't have to name anyone.
No, I've got so many. I feel like I could write a book.
You should write a book.
No, I'm not going to write a book because I would never tell the stories. I'm like, there's just so much. Me and like my mum always laugh about it. I'm like, there's so many things that we know and have been through, and the things that you could tell, but you just wouldn't. So yeah, I don't know if I could go into it, to be honest.
Sign that NDA.
Yeah.
What about your thoughts on like Cody's Hollywood relationships?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's dated Kylie, Gigi.
Yeah, his lineup's pretty wild.
Yeah. Who else? I've got Miley.
Yeah.
Do you have like maybe a favourite out of those three?
Oh man, it's all so different. Like I wouldn't say there'd be a favourite. And like I said, like because we grew up in that world, it's like they're doing what they do in the industry, we're doing what we do, and none of us like are in like proper school. So we always used to call it like a Hollywood high school, I guess, because like we're growing up together, we're all going to the same parties with the same people, but like we're not in school, and that's just how you meet people. So I think, you know, Cody growing up and dating all these different girls and things was just sort of what was to happen. It's like if you're in a high school and it's just who you know and like who you're surrounded with all the time. I couldn't possibly pick a favourite. Like to me, they were all so beautiful and amazing, and they all had very different relationships with Cody, and I was just always happy if Cody was happy. Yeah. Like that's all that mattered to me.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they would have just seemed like everyday people.
Yeah. They are though. Yeah. Like that just is what it, like they're just like us, and you know, we're living in the same world. So yeah, it was nice. I was just always happy if Cody was happy.
Do you think there were any that were maybe like sister-in-law material?
Yeah.
All of them? Just one.
Probably one more than the others, but
Yeah.
I won't say.
Okay.
Yeah.
You spoke about Cody and Miley. What was their relationship like? Because they originally started out as close friends before it blossomed into a relationship.
Yeah, I think I guess like I've said before about, you know, growing up in that world and it being like the Hollywood high school, like you grow up around these people and Cody and Miley had an awesome friendship from quite a young age, and, you know, they'd do lots together and go parties together. And I think from when Cody was maybe like 18 or so, 17 or 18, like they were quite young. So I think obviously when their friendship turned into a relationship, it was just comfortable for them because they knew everything about each other and they'd done so much together in that sense. So it just felt quite, I guess, organic for them when it started, which is really nice.
So tell us about your podcast. You only launched it in, was it October last year?
October last year. So my podcast, So Alli, fairly new. I ended up starting it because I grew up, I guess, in entertainment, but like I built my career on radio in the States when I worked for Radio Disney. And that was obviously before podcasting was a thing because I was 15 years old. I'm 28 now. So it had been some time since I'd really like sat down and been behind the microphone again. And it's something that I grew up doing and it feels second nature to me and it's something that I love. Like your setup is way more amazing than mine.
Well, it must be more organic though when it's coming from your bedroom and like you can just kind of talk about anything you want.
Yeah.
You're
100%.
in a comfortable space.
Yeah, it just feels like I'm sitting at home and like on the couch, you know, having wine with a friend. And it's just, it feels comfortable. So it's been good.
So I know you said you had past radio experience. Could you see yourself moving back into radio? Could you maybe be doing something here locally, like next Carl and Jackie O?
Yeah, I mean, 100%. Like, because I guess, I grew up on radio and I started the podcast because I love hosting and I love talking on camera. I love interviewing people, you know, so I would absolutely be open to getting into radio now that I've just moved to Sydney, you know, like 'cause now that I'm based here. So, you never know. Like, I'll keep the podcast up and if something in radio presents itself, I'd be so down. I think it'd be so much fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
And now you grew up on the Gold Coast. So how different is Sydney to Gold Coast?
Well, because I'm from the Gold Coast, grew up there, moved to LA when I was 12. So I feel like I've lived in all these different places and they're like all these cities have different paces and things. Gold Coast I love it. It will always be home. But for me, it feels a little bit too slow, I guess, because I grew up in LA and working in entertainment and in this industry. I think, you know, being in Sydney is just like the place to be because there's a lot more happening. You get like the hustle and bustle of the city. So I just love that. I love like the fast pace and it feels really good to be back here. I've only been back here for about 6 weeks now, so it feels good.
What was family life like? You know, did you come from humble beginnings?
Yeah.
Or was it, you know, quite go with the flow?
Yeah, I'm so lucky. Like I'm biased, but I have the best family on the planet. Like I'm so lucky to have the mum and dad that I do, and we grew up as like a sporting family because my mum and dad, they both swam for Australia, like swimming competitively. So that's Cody and I were swimming growing up. So it was just like basically just going to school, going to swimming training every night. But like, you know, we'd have family barbecues on the weekends and my dad loved singing and playing guitar. And that's sort of how like music got integrated into our family because we get all the grandparents over from both sides, all of our cousins, and just sing and dance, and we do shows. And like, for me, my childhood was just beautiful, and it was so close. And my parents were so amazing in the sense that, you know, once Cody got discovered online, they were pretty prepared to like drop everything and move countries for him and for all of us to follow what our dreams were. So, my family life growing up was just beautiful, honestly. Like, wouldn't change it for the world. You
sound like you come from a really all-round family. You know, you sing, you're sporty.
Yeah. It's random. It's like we kind of do a little bit of everything. I'm like, I definitely don't swim anymore. Cody went back swimming and did amazing at it. But it's a creative family, I guess. We never like to put ourselves in a box. We just try everything.
Would you ever go back to swimming? I mean, maybe not competitively, but just like...
No, because I always make this joke now because the last time I dove in a pool, I broke my neck. So...
You did? That was only a couple of years ago, wasn't it?
Yes, 2022. So yeah, swimming's not for me.
No. Do you find that it must have been such a traumatic experience.
It was, yeah.
The doctor said that you were nearly going to die, or you could have died.
Yes.
And you fractured your neck or spine?
My neck, yeah. So 2 vertebrae, it was C6 and T1, fractured 2. So basically I was 2 millimeters away from being paralyzed from the neck down, or let alone like not here anymore. So I find that I've got crazy angels on my side somewhere that I got out of that lucky. But yeah, it was a really, really, really scary time and life-changing, to say the least, like crazy.
You know, you explained that you were going through a breakup.
Yeah.
And that to sort of deal with that grief and like breakdown of your partner and your relationship, that you were then sort of going into this party lifestyle.
Yes.
And
that's when it happened.
Yeah.
It was pretty wild because it was a pretty, I was with this guy for like a year and a half, and it was a pretty, I guess, toxic relationship in that sense. And we were very up and down, very intense. It was just like all or nothing at all times, basically. And once it got to the end, we were both super heartbroken, and I was in this phase, like I was just like, okay, well, I just got to get out and about and go on dates and whatnot. And the fact that I was on a date when it was a rebound date, of course, when I broke my neck, but the fact that it happened when I was on a rebound date from the bad relationship was just wild to me. But I just feel, super grateful that it wasn't worse. But yeah, it was just like this interesting journey that I was on after that. And I think there are a lot of people that also go, through bad relationships, and it sends you down a path that maybe you weren't intending to go down. And that was just the journey that I was on. And I feel really good about where I'm at now. So I guess that's all that matters in my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It must have been such a feeling to also recognize it and pull yourself out, to go through something so traumatic.
Yeah.
And then be like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm still here. And then to be like, I will never, I guess, take life for granted again. I mean, it was an accident.
Yeah, it was an accident, but it was totally like, I could say like a wake-up call in a sense, like because I was so sort of deep in this toxic relationship that I had lost myself. I felt like in the end I was super manipulated, and I felt it was very narcissistic in a sense that I completely lost myself. So by the end I was like, who am I? What am I doing? And then when we broke up, I'm like, what am I going to do without him? And I just felt like I was spiraling, and then something like that happens and I'm like, whoa, okay, wake up. So it put a halt on my life for at least a year and a half, which was crazy because I was in the neck brace for so long, and a lot of time for reflection after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was wild.
So it was apparently New Year's Eve. That's
yes.
why.
Well, the craziest part of the story is that so it happened, I was on a date. It was the rebound date from the bad breakup. And I went out drinking with him, this guy, and then we decided to meet up with some of his friends. And then it's like, what do you do when you have a few drinks? Do you think it's smart to go swimming?
Was this at like someone's house? Was it like a house party?
Yes. So it was like his apartment building, their pool at the bottom of the apartment building. And we're all there now. We're all pretty drunk. And then we all just decided to go swimming.
As you do.
As you do, after a few espresso martinis. And I decided to dive in the pool. And so I dove in and hit my head on the bottom. It was like the shallow end. It was dark, so I couldn't see the bottom. There was probably like no diving signs everywhere, but I was not thinking
so
about
there's
that.
no lights on in the pool?
No,
nothing.
It was dark, like black. Could not see the bottom. So I dove in, hit my head, and that was in October. And so I didn't actually find out that my neck was broken until New Year's Eve.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I went 3 months without knowing that my neck was broken, which is the craziest part. So like I knew I'd done something really bad. Like when I hit my head on the bottom, I like blacked out. I saw stars. It was a really high pitched noise, but I'm on a date. So I'm like, I have to still look cute when I come to the top of the pool and have to pretend that this didn't happen. So I was fine. Like in my mind, I was fine. I obviously wasn't. Went to bed that night. And then when I woke up the next morning, I went to sit up and I was like, oh, something really bad has happened. Like I could not move. Like my whole, like I couldn't turn my neck like left or right. I was like, I've done something really bad to my neck. I made an excuse to like leave this guy's place, and we were going to go out for breakfast and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh, I've actually got a meeting. Like, I have to go.
Oh, so you didn't even say like, oh, something's happened?
No, I was too embarrassed. I was like, I have to get out of here. Like, I know something's wrong and I didn't want him to know. So I just got up, called an Uber. It was like 5 a.m. Went back to my mum's because I knew something was wrong, and I told my mum, and because I'm quite like an exaggerator, like with storytelling and stuff, they're like, oh, I'm sure you're fine. I'm like, I think I've done something really bad to my neck. And she's like, no, I'm sure you're fine. I'm like, I don't think I am. So anyway, 3 months pass. I'm like going to Pilates, I'm going for runs, I'm doing yoga, I'm seeing a physio, all this stuff with like a really bad, like 2 fractures.
So how's that working when like you're doing Pilates and you got to turn your neck and you're like, oh.
I have no idea. I just took it really easy. I just told them that like I had because I just thought I really badly jarred my neck. Like it just felt really stiff because obviously my body was like trying to heal it. So I was like just take it easy, you know, do what you need to do. And then 3 months later, it was New Year's Eve and I started getting pins and needles from my waist down.
Oh my God.
And my neck was still really sore and I'm like, this isn't good, like something's wrong. So I called my GP and I was like, hey, can I get an x-ray today? And I was like, I need to get an x-ray just for peace of mind. Like, so I just feel like something's wrong. I just had this bad feeling in my body. Got the x-ray and then, you know, when you get an x-ray and like if it's clear, they're like, okay, you're good to go. Like pretty much straight away. Where my guy took ages to come out and tell me. I was like, oh, something's wrong. And he came out literally with tears in his eyes and was like, do not move a muscle. Alli, I'm calling an ambulance. Like, stay as still as possible. So he got me to like sit up and he's like, don't turn your head up, down, left, right, nothing. And I'm like, I went to Pilates this morning. What do you mean don't move a muscle?
So was the guy like, how are you moving?
Yes.
Like, how are you even here?
Yeah. That's why he was crying because he's like, I've been in like radiology for over 40 years now and this is the craziest case I've ever seen and you cannot move, I'm calling an ambulance. And they put me straight in like a big soft brace and took me to the hospital and then I was put like straight into a big hard brace because he'd seen that my neck was fractured in 2 places, but my neck had actually started to heal itself over the 3 months.
Yeah.
How? I don't know. Like the human body is an amazing thing, but I'm so lucky because he basically said you could sneeze right now and paralyze yourself from the neck down. So don't move. I was like,
wow.
But it made no sense to me because I'd been going about my life for 3 months, you know, exercising and like it made no sense. So then to be put into a neck brace for, you know, 8 months or so was really confronting mentally for me because I'm like, why am I sitting here in this thing and I can't walk, I can't do this, I can't exercise, it was just a mind f***. Yeah. So that's the story. I don't know how I got so lucky. I've got some serious angels on my side somewhere. I don't know.
So you could have just woken up just quickly actually.
Yeah.
When you hit your head at the bottom of the water.
You like circle back.
Did you surface yourself?
Yeah.
Or did you have to get pulled from the water?
No, I surfaced myself.
And you're like, I'm okay. Like,
Yep. Which,
oh my God.
Because apparently I'd landed perfectly in the center of my head. Like this is what the neurosurgeons were saying, like because you did a practically perfect dive, I was okay. But if I had landed like a millimeter to the left or to the right, it would have been done. So I'm like, maybe my swimming background helped me and I can dive into pools. I don't know. Drunk. So yeah, I was able to surface myself, which is crazy because of how serious they were when they saw the scans 3 months later. So I would hate to see what the scans were like on night one. Yeah. Wild.
Insane.
Yeah.
And then I just think like...
And that was my last date with that guy.
Oh, you never saw him again?
No. I ended up telling him when it happened. I'm like, hey, by the way, remember that night we went swimming? This is me now.
I sent him selfie.
Yeah. And he was so sweet. He like came over to where I was living and dropped me like colouring books and wine and flowers because he like felt so bad. And I'm like, it's so fine. But that was my last date with him.
Oh, that's so nice though.
It was very sweet. He was a very sweet guy.
Oh.
Yeah. I laugh about it now because I've cried about it enough.
Yeah.
Like if I don't laugh, I cry. It's like, I always say I've cried enough tears to fill up the pool that I dove into at this point. Over it. So yes, feeling very, very, very grateful for my body now in my life. It's like a new lease on life.
And you still do Pilates?
Yeah. It took me a while to get back into all of that.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't work out for a year, which was hard, obviously, mentally, because it's like your whole routine is just thrown out the window.
Yeah.
You can't go for your morning walk and get coffee. Like I just had to sit on my couch for like almost a year.
Did you think you were kind of going crazy? Like imagine,
Yes.
housebound.
Housebound. Yeah, I was going crazy.
What about you? I mean, you kind of brushed on that you haven't really had time for dating.
Yes.
But are you kind of just, going with the flow? Like if it comes, it comes, it doesn't.
Yeah, like I feel like I was dating so much more and doing so much more when I was younger. And now that, because I was moving from the Gold Coast to Sydney, I'm like, okay, I couldn't find anyone on the Gold Coast. I'm like, there's no.
As Matt said last week, it's a bit rough out there.
It is rough out there. Like dating right now is actually really hard. So for me, I'm like, I'll just move to Sydney because I'm going to a new city, so then I can open my mind up when I get down to Sydney and see. I've just been prioritizing my own like happiness and life and career at the moment, and hoping that I could just meet someone out in the wild. Like I don't want to get on the apps.
No, I hate the apps.
I've never done it. I'm on Raya, but like everyone that you match with on Raya is not in the country.
So what's Raya like though? Because like it's like, is it just as wild as like Hinge and Tinder? Or is it a bit more?
Well, I've never been on Hinge and Tinder.
Okay.
The thing with Raya, it's hard because it's everyone that you match with or everyone that comes up, they're not even living in the country.
Yeah.
They're on like all over the world. And then someone's like, oh, well, we match. And like, are you coming to Spain anytime soon? I'm like, no. I wish because you're so hot, but I have no plans, So that's a little bit of a harder dating app to navigate. But then I'm like here and I'm single and I'm finding it hard to meet guys. I'm like, do I need to get on Hinge or Tinder? Maybe.
Do you think eventually you want a husband, kids?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's because the life that, I was brought up in with my mum and dad, I've always loved the idea of a husband and kids. And then you feel a little bit of pressure because I'm 28 and like, I don't want to get too old, because there's so many factors, when it comes to having kids and things. But in my eyes, that would be ideal and would definitely be what I would be up for. So he's out there somewhere, I guess.
I know it sounds so weird, but
yeah.
I feel like we've all had our fair share of, toxic relationship experiences.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's so much more refreshing now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're dating currently or just on the dating scene, that you now know what you want.
Yeah. It's like because I've had multiple toxic things, I'm like, you know what, it's okay. And like in my last podcast, I was talking about, being 28 and being still single and all my friends are getting married and getting engaged and having children. And I'm here like, I've just had like 3 of the worst boyfriends ever, and so I've been single for like a year and a half, but it's been really nice for me to take the time to reflect, learn to love myself again, because it's like you build yourself back up after you get, I guess, put down in a bad relationship. I'm like, okay, so I'll find what I love and everything again. And I feel like I've finally found, like in my own brain, like what I deserve and what I want now and what I would want in a partner. And so it's allowed me to reflect and I don't know what the future holds for me, but I've hardly been dating. I've been focusing on myself lately, but I'd like to start dating again. So now that I'm here in Sydney, I feel like I'm ready now. It's like you know your worth and you just want someone to sort of match you in that level, and that'd be really nice.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And they say, the best years of your life are these single years.
Correct.
So you are having fun.
Exactly. And I'm not going to take that for granted because everyone's like, well, once you settle down, you settle down. So I'm like, okay, well, if I'm feeling the best that I've felt in myself for a long time, then I'll make the most of it, which is what I'm doing. So it's good.
Definitely. And now we'll quickly circle back. Mm-hmm. You're living on the Gold Coast and then you were about 12 years old when your family just packed up everything and moved to Hollywood. Mm-hmm. What was that transition like for you? I mean, you were only 12. It must have been, you say goodbye to your friends at school.
Yeah.
You're starting basically a new life in another country. Yeah. Thousands of kilometres away.
Yeah. It was super wild because, being only 12, I was at school. I had all my best friends. I had my crush at school. And at that time I'm like, I can't leave him. Like, oh my God, what am I going to do? But it initially I was upset because I was like, well, why are we moving for my brother? And like, what's, why? Like when you're that young, you don't understand. But like mum and dad were obviously so supportive, and they knew that the opportunity for Cody was something that was like way too good to pass up. And they just mum and dad kept saying like, if it goes bad, we come back, like let's just go. It'll be a fun adventure. And we had my younger brother too, and he was only 6 at the time. So we were like, I was sad to leave my friends and school, but I also was like, let's go to Disneyland. I was like, that's all I could really think about. I was like, oh, we're going to LA. Like
Disneyland every weekend.
Yeah, Disneyland every weekend. Like it's going to be amazing. So I guess we took it as this adventure. And as soon as we got there, like it was so fun. And we just had an absolute blast. And I'm grateful that my parents were, because it's interesting. I always think back, I'm like, if I stayed on the Gold Coast, like what would I have done? Like if I went through the rest of school and went to high school and went to uni, like what would my interest be? Yeah. What would I have studied? What would I have done? So it just opened my world massively. So I'm grateful for that, because I never would have found my love for anything in entertainment if we didn't move. So yeah, it was a wild journey. It's like such a crazy upbringing, but yeah, like I said before, I wouldn't change it for the world.
It's like the butterfly effect. I think that's what it's called.
Totally.
You always look back and you're like, if I hadn't have said yes to this,
totally.
if I hadn't have done this, what would my life be?
It's like sliding doors, or you're just choosing like which road you're going to take, and it just changed our life. So
you could still be swimming.
Yeah, I could still be swimming, and I would never have broken my neck.
What are your plans for your career? Mm-hmm. Anything you've got coming up? Anything you can dish?
I guess like I've been in this industry for so long now. Like I started at 14. I'm 28 now. And like that's been a long time, like way before influencers, or like I was sort of in that like first wave. So I've just never put myself in a box in that sense, because like I've done music, I've done radio, hosting, modeling, influencing. Like
you've done it all.
Yeah, kinda. Maybe not it all, but a lot. But for my future, I definitely want to like stay, I guess, in my podcasting world. I'd love to get into TV hosting, and acting is a new like found love for mine. I did one independent film in the States recently that I really loved. It wasn't really much. It's probably just like on YouTube or something. It was just like I did it for the experience. And now that I'm here in Sydney, I'm diving into some more acting auditions and stuff, which I'm finding really, really fun. So that could be a new venture for me as well. So I think for me in the world of entertainment, I love just being on camera and talking on a microphone. So like if there's anything in that world that I can dive into, then I'm here for it. So that's my plan now that I'm here in Sydney.
Nice. Yeah. Well, honestly, you're such an all-rounder that like the world's your oyster.
Yeah.
You can really do anything.
Yeah.
Would you go back to singing?
I would actually. I've only thought about it again recently because like for me with my music, it went well for so many years, and then I just got really nervous singing on stage. Like if someone like, you don't realize when you release a song and the song goes well, people ask you to perform. So I'm like, I didn't think about that part. And then the more I got asked to perform, the more nervous I got about it. And I was just like, I don't know how much I love singing on stage. Like I know I can sing and I can sing well, but then when I get on stage, my throat just like closes in and my anxiety takes over and I'm like, I can't do it.
Do you find it's also probably more daunting as like a solo artist?
Yeah.
But then you have to, be this presence on stage, whether you dance and all this.
It's the whole package. It's so much to think about, and like you've got to really, really love entertaining in that sense. Like Cody loves being on stage. It's like he would live there if he could, where for me, I would do anything else on stage but sing. Like I always found it really hard to sing on stage, but I would like act, I would dance, I would host, like I'd do anything else on stage. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, well that's, maybe singing's not for me, but I do love recording songs and writing music. And so I could, eventually still write some more songs, and I still do it like creatively every now and then as like it's almost like a little journal, like a little outlet. So you never know. I may release more music one day.
I feel like you could have like a Sabrina Carpenter moment where you started out young, kind of like Disney kid.
She's
and then
amazing.
You just have this whole era change.
Yeah.
And you just hit it off.
Yeah, she totally just locked on. She's been grinding for so long though. Like she's done so many albums. Like she would have started at the same age as me. And she's the sweetest ever. Like she came on my radio show when I was young, when she was first releasing music, and she's just always, she's grown up in that world too. And yeah, she's had this full like transformation, and it's just like, she's incredible. It's like admirable to watch. Yeah. Nice. But you never know.
Cool.
Maybe I'll stick to everything else for now. Music may come. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks so much for tuning in. New episodes drop weekly, so be sure to come back for more. And don't forget to subscribe to Daily Mail's entertainment YouTube channel, where we catch up with Hollywood's biggest stars, chat to your favourite reality TV personalities, and bring you all the latest entertainment news and gossip. See you next week.